What is going on, guys? It's your boy Goofy, and today we are bringing you guys another crypto video. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, where I think the market is going, and I'm going to be doing some technical analysis with you guys, whether you should long, short, sell everything. All right, so let's get right into the video. So right now, Bitcoin is currently at 103,000. All right, Bitcoin is at 103,000 and alts are completely bleeding. Okay. Dogecoin is at lows again. Ethereum is going a little bit sideways, but let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin first. Okay. So Bitcoin is at 103,000. It has basically been trending in this range. You can see right here, it's been trending in this kind of like a bull flag or like sideways action. Um, from this top to bottom. This has been resistance and this has been support. Uh Also one major support and resistance that Bitcoin is hitting is this 106 8 this hu- this 106,000 level. Bitcoin tested, let's go ahead and go to the 4 hour. You can see right here that Bitcoin, it tried to break above this, got rejected. Once it flipped this level, we actually turned bullish and kept going up. It tested as support, tested that support, tested that support for a third time, and that's when we broke down. We tried to hit it, flip it, got rejected, went down to this 100,000 level, which this was support as well. We broke it again, and we tried to break all-time high. We couldn't. We got stopped out about 110,000, which is almost an all-time high, 112. And then from there, we got rejected again. We try to hold this level, which was acting as support and resistance. You should be able to see that line, right? I think you should be able to. I hope so. Um, but yeah, we broke below this. Now we're going sideways basically. Bitcoin is just going sideways, and a lot of people are panic selling. Right now, I'm currently longing and shorting. Right here, I entered a long at 108,000. I actually nailed the top. I'll get into that, how I'm predicting these levels and where I think we're going. Um, as you can see with this pitchfork right here, I predicted the top on Bitcoin. Slightly, it did go a little bit above it. Well, you can see right here with the modified shift. We hit this line and rejected it. Okay. And also, if I switch it to the inside, it predicted the bottom as well. Now, what's interesting and why it is bleeding right now is that because of this low, we should have seen a big bounce and keep going up, which we did bounce again. But we also made another low. We didn't break, yeah, we actually did break this low from 102,000. So this was a liquidity grab for sure. Um and let me go over let's go over the pitchfork and how I got that price. Um so what I do to predict the Bitcoin top, I go from a bottom of a move, let's say right here. Mhm. So with the pitchfork, you want to go from the bottom of a move to the most recent high, which is at 112K. And I was using this low currently at 100,000. And that is how I got this top right here. This top. You can see that I tried to hold and it couldn't. And technically this was the top, but that's way too high. We got rejected very early. Um and then now if I switch it to the inside, you can see that we got rejected, okay? And also, we're currently trying to hold this pitchfork, and it looks like we're breaking down currently as we speak. Um, but let's just stick to the basics on support and resistance. Right now, the last support for Bitcoin is right here at 100,000, and the resistance is at the all-time high from 112,000. Let's make that perfect. Whatever. Um, so in between this range, you don't want to get caught out. If Bitcoin does go down to 100K, I would try to enter a long here with a very tight stop loss. And then you would really want to short, or you could short, but it wouldn't make sense shorting at support. You really want to short at the resistance at the top or enter a nice long. But either way, you really want to long the bottom, sell the top. That's how this game works. You long here, sell the top, long here, sell the top. But right now, we're just going sideways. Like that's all Bitcoin has been doing recently. Hit this low, bounced, hit this low, bounced, hit, and we're currently at this resistance right now. So Bitcoin is just going sideways. Um, let's talk about Dogecoin. Uh, if we look right here, let's see. From this low to high, we had a nice bounce on Doge, and then we try to hold above the golden fib 23 cents, and we just couldn't hold. You can see that this range was support. The bulls needed to kick in here, and we just couldn't, and we broke below. And now currently Dogecoin broke below the 0.786 Fibonacci, and it's even going lower. So Dogecoin could technically go down again to 13 cents, sadly, because right now we don't really have much support down here. The next support is 13 cents, and then all the way from there is 8. That's terrible, 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 terrible. Um, Even here you can see the switching between these fibs. The 0.236 was a strong level for Doge to hold above and break, and we couldn't do that. Okay. Here's another fib from the all-time low at 4 cents to this high. You could see here our next support, which is at 14 cents. You can see here we bounced. So what I'm gonna do is if Doge continues to go down, I'm gonna enter a nice fat long at around 14 cents. Okay. Um, because it doesn't look like we're gonna bounce soon. If we do, okay, then we'll bounce. We don't need to hit it, but this will be a good support. And then if Doge breaks below 14, it's chopped. Our next support zone is around 8 cents, like I said. And below that, we're in bear market territory. But yeah, really bad for Doge right now. Uh a lot of shorts are printing right now. So you could probably short this range from 15 cents to 14. I would definitely try to hit a long around this range right here. Um that's one thing I would do is long in this range, and you should be fine, and we should get a push towards the upside. Okay. Um, let's go ahead and go back to the Bitcoin chart though, and let's try to draw a fib on Bitcoin. Um, let's go from this low, okay, from this low to high. You can see that Bitcoin is currently oops. I don't like how this is like. Okay, let me just go with the 4 hour. You can see that Bitcoin is trying to hold this fib, the 236 fib, which is a very important fib. Um, I think that we're gonna find support either here, which we're currently at, as I've already said, from 100K to 102. If not, then we will see strong support at the 99,000 to 97,000, and then our next support is at 93K. And also for Bitcoin, if I zoom out here, you can see that you know this was back in January earlier this year. We had 109K. We we broke above 109. So the fact that alts are bleeding when Bitcoin is still above 100K is kind of crazy. But I also want to point out here that Bitcoin had a lot of support here at 91,000. You can see here that this was resistance, resistance, support. We haven't really tested back this range. So Bitcoin technically could get back down here from 97 to 91. Um, but even then, I would only get nervous for Bitcoin if we break below 91,000. Okay. If Bitcoin breaks below 91,000, then that's very bad. Um, because then we're just going to continue to go lower to 74K, which, as we know, 74K was the previous all time high. Okay. So you don't want to break this support that we've had for years, you know? But obviously, this 100,000 is all new for Bitcoin since last year's, ever since Trump got in office. We pretty much blasted up. Like I said, this was major support, and maybe we could go down to 91K. Shake everyone out. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna go that low. Like I said, I think we are gonna retest. Let's keep it simple. I think we've either try to hold 103. If not, we go down to 99 to 97,000. I think 97,000 will be a good zone to buy. All right. And then we do have our 88,000 fib, which is way down here, which we did have support and resistance here. So maybe we could, but like I said, this is very low. I think 97, 99 would be a good long position. Okay. Let's talk about Ethereum. Sorry if this video is long. I'm just really ranting. Um, Ethereum is not looking. Ethereum's just been choppy. Hasn't really done much. From this high, you could see that before we made this little push up, we were in this zone going sideways between the 236, just like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin. If I go back here again, Bitcoin was holding the 236 fib. You see, like this is a strong Fibonacci to hold. You want to hold this, just like Doge. Let me go back here. Um, let's see what I can find from this low to high. Doge tried to hold the 236 and this fib, and we broke down below. Actually, I didn't see this. Dogecoin actually has a strong zone coming up here at 15.7. We're almost there. So this could actually be a point of interest in Dogecoin as well. Okay, 15.7 range. You could try to enter along. If not, then that other zone I just told you around 14. Okay. All right. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Ethereum. Ethereum's going sideways. It did break below the 236. It's currently going down right now as well, but we still have this support. Let me delete this Fibonacci. Um, oops. Come on, bruh. All right, so this is the sideways action that Ethereum has been doing. Um, at first we had a nice leg up. We had a one, two, three, maybe a wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, and this was the wave five. So then we could see an ABC move down. Okay. But yeah, Ethereum is really going sideways. And if we use the fib, we can go from this range low to this high. We can see if I remove this line, so it's not too much. Ethereum is currently actually bouncing off of this. I added this fib, the 0.34. It's basically the golden fib, but reversed. Because you see how that fib was red and yellow. Now, if I go the opposite direction, if I go from this high to this low, you're going to see it's going to be golden. You see this? Very interesting. Something that I found out. This is basically the golden fib just reversed. Um, but yeah, you want to see a hold at this level. Like you can see Ethereum is finding support here because that is the golden fib. You really don't want to break 2300. Even if you do break this low, you really want to find a support fast. But yeah, I'm just giving you guys the output. Ethereum's going sideways. I would hope that we would find a bounce here soon. If not, then if we break this, we could go lower. Um, like I said, we could go lower to 2100 or even 2000. 2000 would be a good zone because technically we just blew by all these fibs right here. So I think 2000 if Ethereum breaks 2300. All right. Um, let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. Holy shit. Bitcoin dominance is rising. Okay. It's about to make a new all-time high. Not all-time high. Let's zoom out all the way. You can see here the Bitcoin dominance. previously was at 73%. Right now we're at 65. So if you guys didn't know about Bitcoin dominance, every time Bitcoin dominance falls down, that's when we have an alt season. When Ethereum, Dogecoin, everything went crazy is when we saw all these red candles. This red candles means money is leaving out of Bitcoin and going into alts. Right now, everyone is buying Bitcoin. So that's why Bitcoin is going up and and Doge and everything is going down. That's just what's happening right now. That's just how it is, which is good. Eventually, once Bitcoin decides to like calm down and go sideways or, just chills at the all-time high, which technically it's doing, but also just getting burned because the dominance just keeps rising. So as long as this dominance keeps on rising up, alts are gonna bleed just like that. It's plain and simple. Um, the crypto fear and index is at 43% or 43. Everyone is pretty feared. One thing I've realized in this market, just like the fear and greed index, April 7th. Let's look at April 7th on Bitcoin. April 7th was right here, okay? Which was the low of 73,000 again. So when everyone got fearful in this red, that's when Bitcoin went up. Technically, we still have room to go. Maybe the fear and greed will be back at 80,000 and it shakes everyone out again. And all the millionaires and all the smart money like me, or we're gonna be buying the dip. You want to buy the fear and you want to sell at the top when everyone's greedy, like March 13th. Let's look at March 13th for Bitcoin. Um, what was this? March. The last time we were in, oh, October 22nd. That was that was here, or December, right here around Christmas time. 105,000. Everyone got greedy. Christmas. Everyone's like, it's gonna be a good Christmas. Boom. We seen a nice fall down back to 90,000. Okay. Whenever people are greedy, that's when the market seems to reset again. And whenever it's fearful, it's gonna keep going up. All right. But yeah. Um, just wanted to update you guys. Let's look at the liquidation heat map. Bitcoin wiped out all the liquidity. There's still some at 102,000. But there's still a lot more to the upside. Let's look at the 24-hour. Right now, we're basically wiping liquidity, both sides going sideways. There's still a lot at 105K. Still a lot above us. Let's look at the 2 week. Yeah, Bitcoin basically wiped all the liquidity. So we should see a move here coming up. And look at all this liquidity for the monthly. There's still a lot of liquidity at 111,000, which is the top. A lot of people shorted the top because smart people are shorting the top. Eventually we'll go back up there and then they'll get wiped out. But yeah, friendly reminder to take profits, study. The easiest thing to learn, guys, is support and resistance. Okay. If Ethereum goes below this, you want to short, or if you want to long here on this line, have a tight stop loss and sell the top. Okay. Buy the bottom, sell the top. You will make money. Don't be greedy. Love you guys. Goofy out. Just wanted to make this crypto update. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.